Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and trying to keep out of mischief. At least trying to. That's, just health and safety for you. This is a predictions reading concerning the budget happening on Wednesday. The reason why I've held off on this is because it feels like it's been in flux still. It's not written down properly. There is something that's not quite right with it. Even though it's been kind of sent to, the Independent Bureau Office, Budgetary Responsibility, Malarkey, Alphabet Spaghetti place, there's something about it that even now, it doesn't feel as in flux, but it's still, there is something going on. I know, and we've mentioned before in another video, I think it was the actual Rachel Reeves video a couple of weeks back, where there was stuff being pushed to April to try and soften the blow. But yeah, here we go. Let's just go for it, shall we? So as this is a predictions reading, we'll start off with the predictions deck, and then to get the base level, the baseline, and then we'll go on top with tarot and stuff like that if you've never been here before. If you have never been here before, this is one of 4 types of readings that we do on this. Oh, look at this. Very lovely. Oh, graphics. Oh, expensive. From current events readings, which there should be another one coming out tonight. Timeless collective readings, so we can focus on our personal growth, personal development. Prediction readings like this one, and for the Village Elite members of the YouTube channel, you also get exclusive general vibe readings, which personally are my favorite. I have favorites, I don't care, I'll say, and that is there's one free available right now, free for all, between Trumpy Trump and Cackling Harris. Go and check that out to get a better understanding of what they're all about. It's more of a deep dive. It's like our documentary series. It's very lovely. So what is can we have a predictions reading, please, for Wednesday's budget, with Rachel Reeves' budget for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. That is paramount. It is number one. It is the start of everything good. So, food shortage. Positive. Oh, started off so well. We're starting so positively. Water again. Underwater. Labour keeps getting, if you are new here, Labour keeps getting a lot of flood cards, rising water, kind of almost kind of drowning, kind of trying to tread water and all that kind of energy. So I'm not surprised about this. But the awakening is happening. We keep getting the energy weapon card, which is more about us. What we like to call here on this channel scum class, you and me, wakening up. Kind of notice how everything else is dark and we're sitting here going, we can see you. We know what you're doing. We're not that dumb, thanks. And then we've got taken by force here. It's been hoodwinked. This budget's been hoodwinked. This got the energy a little bit of Starmer, but I think it's some of his flunkies that have hoodwinked this reading a bit. The budget. The food shortage, I think, is not quite as. It's coming across as, oh look, the cupboards are bare. We have to do this and we have to do that. I'm getting that kind of energy. Oh, look, how awful it has been. We must do things and fix it, but it's just not gonna work. And this taken by force. There is, I don't know if there's some sort of bankers elite whom want to kind of price people out in some way, shape, or form, so they get assets. I'm getting assets there. Housing issues, we know about that. Drone strike. Returns to normal. Notice how the cards, if you are new here, this is how we read these cards here, because they're connected to the ones above, okay? So we've got the housing issues. They're like, oh, but we've got all these people coming in, and we've got all these old biddies who are in houses worth millions, and they won't leave. We need to house these people so that we can save money on hotel rooms, and so it's that kind of issue. Yeah, this is the number one issue above anything else. Taxes on tobacco, taxes on X, Y, and Z, whatever the individual bits are. This is, which we talked about in the winter fuel allowance reading. It was all about the housing. It's all about, by any means necessary, get access to bricks and mortar. Similar to up here, taken by force. It's the assets, what we were getting up here with the assets, straight out assets. This drone strike feels like the pummeling of scum class, us lot, continually holding them to account, continually calling out the BS, continually keeping them on their toes. And that's why they're drowning. That's why it's like they can't push through stuff through the back door anymore. Before it was, sneaky handshakes in darkened rooms. Now there's spotlights everywhere and no one can do that anymore. Even like the MP that we did, that Mike fella, over the weekend, and what's, we were one of the first to break the thing. Oh, look at us, whoosh whoosh, breaking graphics. We're not breaking graphics. No, don't do that. Breaking news graphics. It's expensive for them as well. It was it's holding people to account. Everybody, and I think this is where the stress is coming for them. Boo hoo. That the usual routes, the usual ways of conducting themselves are being limited themselves. And that's why you're getting more anger, more frustration, more miffed off, more annoyance from them, more to shut people up. But it's not working. Hence these strikes, these constant bombardments of keeping them to account. But it does return to normal. This is, for me, because we've been saying it for weeks now. For the new boys and girls, we've been saying it for weeks, flipping weeks. Where have you been? We've been saying that this is the final shoe drop. Okay, on getting rid of Starmer, the budget here. This is what returns to normal means for me. This is what kind of he's gone. It's almost like an etch-a-sketch, end of the world, start again, which doesn't work. There's we've predicted since July that there's going to be a current energies, a general election in about 18 months. In July, it was 18 months, 2 years. It's now roughly about 18 months because that's time. So once again, heavy rain, the floods, do you see what I mean? They're underwater. They're constantly, they're trying to get steady ground, heavy burdens. Exactly. Nothing imprison themselves. Overarching energy, banking and currency, and underlying volcano. That's us again. That's this up here. The love, the heat rising from us. That's causing all these burdens and heavy dodginess and stuff like that for them. So now we've got the baseline of the energies. Now let's find out what's actually going to happen on the budget type thing, because their excuses are not working. This is the thing. The excuses are not working. So can we have some details about Rachel Reeves' budget for Wednesday, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So, we have Ten of Pentacles. We have Queen of Cups. Death card, which is rebirth, reborn. What? feel like I've gone through a portal into some new, completely different reading. Hold on, let me just settle a little bit. Ten of Pentacles is sharing the wealth. Okay, the concept of we've got all this money, but we have no money. But we've got all this money and lots of people and stuff, and there's all this money, and so we're going to share it more, nicely. Oh, look at us being so that you are comfortable and safe, but at the same time, we want your housing, and we and your assets, and we're trying to distribute so that everything is hunky-dory and lovely and everyone's got equal share, even though that's not how economics works, and all that kind of stuff. So it took me a little while to kind of get into it, that energy there. The Queen of Cups is the ideal person that they're trying to help. This working people. Have you noticed that Starmer can't actually say the word people? It's as if he purposely puts marshmallows in his mouth every time he says it. Confuses me. I wonder if Ali can supply him some dialect teaching. It would be nice. Or another way of saying it, he's not actually speaking about people. He's saying as if it's like a complete kind of legalese kind of completely separate thing. Either way, it's bloody annoying. So the death card here is this transition into this new way of doing things. But I think it feels as if there's like this Etch-a-Sketch into the world. It's like we're going to redistribute the wealth, but we've got to, we've also got, the cupboards are bare and we've got to do this and that. It's this kind of Jekyll and Hyde energy that I'm getting here. Wish come true, challenges, the Tower. So they are going to pass it. They are going to pass it with the 9 of Cups here, the manifesting wish coming true. Okay. But that's when the challenge is that it won't be able to, through scrutiny, balance up. That's the last week. So as of this weekend, as it's being posted, I've always said, or in the last couple of weeks I've said, that Starmer leaves about 7 days, 10 days from now. It's a bit kind of in the air a little bit. This is the pushback. And then the Tower card, the falling apart, nothing works. This is almost history repeating itself, like a Liz Truss. This is, which has now come out, and please, people, share in the comments down below to hold me to account and share knowledge and with the other members of the village, Greatest Good Village. But I believe I'm right in saying that it has come out now after the fact that the issues with Liz Truss's budget was like 2/3 of it was down to the Bank of England manipulating some stuff, which caused issues, and a few other bits and bobs, which wasn't connected to the actual budget, but it was used as the way to get her out. I've heard that 2 or 3 times now in like different podcasts and different kind of interviews and things. However, I haven't found kind of a document. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking if you can, but it's coming across exactly the same sort of thing here. The challenges are the stock market. Challenges are like banking and that kind of stuff. The challenges are suddenly, Starmer's gone about 7 days, 10 days after the budget. Because of it. It's an illusion. And that's where they go. Off you go. 8 of Cups. Off they go. Out the door. And then it's plotting, planning, and scheming again. This is the turnaround that we've been waiting for. The Empress at the moment feels off as well. I think that's the Rachel Reeves. But it feels like it's in its reversed state, where it's like her CV is fake, and the jobs that she's actually done over the years, and this, that. Isn't it amazing that it's all coming out now when they're in power, implying people have been sitting on this? Do you see what I mean? It's annoying. And this is what's the problematic of the current state of affairs, in my humble opinion, is that the data is available, but it's been sat on until the opportune moment, so we can sell newspapers and other things. High Priestess, behind the scenes kind of thing, following their intuition. This is people moving the deck chairs energy. This is someone like Angela Rayner preparing herself to jump in, following their intuition. But if you have been watching for a little while, because pretty much all the readings interconnect with each other, like Lego bricks. I believe I'm right in saying that the Angela Rayner video, people were trying to almost doing like a Kamala Harris. If you remember when Kathleen Harris took over from Biden, old Biddy Biden, there was about a week, 2 weeks for people trying to replace her with somebody else. Similar energies. People are trying to replace anyone but Rayner. But she's seeing the sights, they're seeing the sounds, seeing what's going on. And that's now her plotting, planning, scheming for her takeover bid kind of energy. But there are people desperately trying to keep her out of it. So this redistribution, this reconnecting, and this, wow. No matter how many times I do this, I love the magic trick. I love it. It really does amaze me sometimes how it all interweaves with each other. So we've done that, but I've just realised I haven't got the other deck out. You know what? I'll use the dinky deck. I always put them away so they can sleep, in their little boxes. You know what I mean? Got to protect the cards and stuff like that. If you're enjoying this, please click that thumb button and like the video. This is, it really genuinely helps out the channel. It is unbelievably how great it is. And in the comments down below, please suggest future readings. That is how you do it, and people vote on it down there with the little likes and stuff of other people's suggestions and things, voting them up, as it were. It's always great down there. So thank you for everybody who does that. I am genuinely amazed at the success that this channel's had over the last 3 weeks. Right, just right now, just to catch you up. This is, I think, officially now our 3rd week on YouTube, and we have gained 1,000 subscribers each week. And so it's like, that's the sort of situation we're in right now, which is kind of like just amazing and brilliant and squeaky bum time and all that other stuff going on. So it's genuinely, thank you so much for your kindness and support and sharing the videos of, our knights and dames of Spamalot who do that into their other groups on Facebook and other things like that, and sharing them around. Thank you for everybody who does that. It's so kind. It's amazing. So we've got on the dinky deck here, the Queen of Cups has come out on the Queen of Cups again. That's interesting. So 7 of Pentacles. This is hopefully we're going to get into actually some detail of what's in the budget. But whatever it is, it collapses. It does a Liz Truss. So we can have a bit of a sigh of relief on that kind of thing. A bit of, let's turn down that anxiety a bit, shall we? Let's try and get more grounded, because with that knowing, all right? So the Queen of Pentacles here, sorry, not the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles. Is this reviewing, plotting? This is why it's in flux. This is why it's been, because it's still being kind of formulated, or trying to try and benefit this. This feels like the Queen of Cups twice is this kind of imaginary working people person, someone without any assets, someone who basically, through no fault of their own, quite frankly, is in control, being controlled by the state in some respects. Is suckling off the teat by design. You're going to be a good person if you're going to do this, that, and the other. And they may say, oh, it's we're trying to get more people working and all that kind of stuff, but it's more about getting more people on universal credit, as an example, getting more people, controlled by the infrastructure. But we're moving away from it. Six of Swords. Why am the numbers? This is what I'm on about. It's still in flux. I can see it right there, but I'm getting the energy of Seven of Swords. So it's like Six of Swords. We're moving on. Okay, this is gonna. Whomever this is a complete figment of their imagination. It's almost like the average 3-bedroom home. ... This average 3-bedroom home that doesn't exist, right? Every home is pretty much very different, but it's like, oh, the average bedsit, or the average this, that, and the other, or the average blah. It's like, okay, right? Can't we just focus on actually helping people and sorting stuff out? Nine of Swords on with the Death card and the Knight of Cups there, very much feels as if, what have we done? Because this feels like us, scum class, once again, moving on. It's like, we're not dealing with this. We're not dealing with this. We're not focusing on this. We're not. This is absolute BS. And then then the panic stations with the banking and stuff like that. It's like, what are you doing? Once again, Liz Truss kind of situation with the tower underneath. It's like, what have you done? You've gone way too far, way too much. King of Swords feels like, is it the Bank of England? Who's the one in charge of it? The Chancellor? Is it the Chancellor, the Chairman of the Bank of England, the top boy of Bank of England? Chief arse licker at the Bank of England. I don't know, whomever is the one in charge. It comes across very much as banking, the city, those sorts of people. The King of Swords listens to his court, listens to his advisors, and then takes informed, educated decisions. He's the one. It's like, nah, this is absolute crap. This is not going to balance the books. Excuse me for a second. I've just found some coffee. Cheers. Oh, that's better. Excuse me. So we've got the King of Swords here, who's the one in the expensive suits, saying, "Nah, truth, knowledge, and wisdom. Nah, this is a rubbish budget. This is kind of like a Fisher Price of budgets. This is absolute stupidity." And even though people are they're saying, "Oh, we're going through some hard times," and then by the end of the Parliament in the 5th year, we've got great growth for the people. We've got great growth. They ain't got time for that. And there's the success. There's the success of it, calling out the BS, victory. People from all walks of life, this collaboration that I keep talking about, all calling it out. So yeah, you've got the likely lads of Farage, who's obviously been in the banking before, left to become an MEP, all that jazz, right? But you've got the unlikely lads as well turning up, whom all clubbing together are going, no, this is absolute. It's not worth the paper it's written on, and it's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. So the star card here is our North Star, our calling, where we're meant to be heading towards. And notice how, because I always like looking at the pictures because they are pretty, but they're also, the victory of this. Notice how the guy on the horse here is looking, the perv. But no, he's looking over here of where do we want to go? What is our kind of calling as a country, calling as people, calling as a society, different areas of the society, that kind of thing. It's okay. Now we've had this victory, we've got rid of this budget. It's definitely snaps back, and it definitely feels as if very quickly it is another Liz Truss. Got rid of the Chancellor, got rid of the Prime Minister very reasonably quickly, and now it's this realignment back to where we're supposed to be. 9 of Cups, here we go, manifesting. The heartbreak here. The heartbreak here feels as if it's the redistribution of power. That the heartbreak is Labour's plans and policies are now basically flushed down the toilet. If they can't get their basic fundamental foundation crap done, which is basically what they're trying to do over here, for the working people, everything else, it's like a domino effect. It just like going back to this Etch-a-Sketch, end of the world, start again. And then there's the reflection. The 9 of Cups here definitely feels like the country becoming more invigorated. The country feeling a lot more ownership more. This is the thing that I have mentioned a few times as we're transitioning through this change. The more and more this exposure to the light happens, the less and less control. It's this transition. I've mentioned it before, Pluto going into Aquarius, right? I know it's Aquarius, but we call it Aquarius. So we're very silly people. But it's that transition. We've got 20 years opportunity energetically to build, like, not utopia as such, because based on the Greek word, it doesn't, utopia means a land that doesn't exist, basically. So, but what does it mean? What do we actually want? Where do we want that investment to be? Where do we want to make things happen? And that's why the 3 of Swords here is them now reflecting Labour with the Hermit card here about where to go next. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles, overarching energy. I know I misspoke up here, but it's weird that it's come out here. Oh, the magic trick. Ooh, if only we had smoke and mirrors as well. It would be a fantastic production. The Queen of Pentacles here feels entwined with the 9 of Cups energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the middle Empress. There's 3 Empresses in the deck. 9 of Pentacles, which we on this channel call Hawk Lady. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is the middle ground one, leveling up to level 2. And then level 2 levels up to the Empress. So this feels more of a, like I was saying earlier, like a society that's now nurturing its own, supporting its own, helping its own. This is why we need to be of service, kind of thing, being that beacon of light in the dark world that we keep on bashing on about on this channel. Yeah, this is us kind of looking after each other, helping each other in a much more productive way, I would say. Instead of just donating to a charity or whatever, we're actually looking after each other. We're actually getting to know each other's neighbours and stuff. It's that kind of energy, this kind of change here. Going back to traditional ways of thinking. 6 of Cups. Instead of this over legislation, over control, all that stuff that people are wary about. and we see examples left, right, and centre of. Six of Cups is us lot, the people, kind of going back to more of a traditional, easier way of life, thinking about where we actually want to be, divinely guided towards where we want to be with the star card, that kind of energy. So that's amazing. So we'll get the last deck out with this prediction. So yeah, do not worry about what is said, because it snaps back very clearly here. There is kind of, it feels like very much history repeating itself, with another kind of Jeremy Hunt kind of replacing, and then not, it wouldn't be another, but it's just like history, kind of like replacement of Chancellor, replacement of Prime Minister, replacement of, you know. But they don't know what to do now, because it's all based on basically one guy's dictatorship kind of scenario, you know. So truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please. Truth, knowledge, and wisdom for this spread, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. So there we go again. Temptation. Kind of this moving of money around. It's just not going to happen. This fright. There we go. They're not happy. This is Labour, it feels like so far. It's just like this depression, this kind of, with the Three of Swords here as well, this kind of complete situation where they just don't know what to do now. All their plans for the next 4 and a bit years are now just gone up in smoke. They just have no clue what they do. But did they really have it? Anyway, then this is us joyful, scum class, friendliness, that Six of Cups that we were talking about. Yes, it says indulgence. It feels more about that joyful, reconnecting, friendly, supportive, Three of Cups, kind of celebratory, a little bit energy there as well. That kind of bounce back. So even though the elite, as it were, are freaking themselves out, depressed, have no clue, us lot, scum class, absolutely happy, joyful, really enjoy, you know, and I can tell you now that you're going to hear on the media kind of, oh, this is a bad thing, oh, how awful is it? But it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick, and it's not going to work anymore. People can see right through it. Like I said, the spotlights are on everywhere. And the final card here, self-worth. Yeah, self-worth. Notice how Labour have turned out in darkness. We've turned out into pretty joy. So the prideful is like leaning into our self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth. Yeah, it's that kind of leaning into that personal development stuff. With care as well, looking after each other, supporting each other once again, underlying, exposing this unfairness, the robbing of Peter for Paul and all that jazz. So, yeah, this is a brilliant reading, a great turnaround. So have faith. It's all right. Whatever's said at the budget, and I know we haven't got into it because it's meaningless. What I'm getting told here is like, it does not matter what's said in that budget. It does not matter at all about what's in that budget, because it's all about what happens after, the aftermath of it. Okay? So we're going to leave it here. If you're, once again, if you enjoyed this, please click the like button. That genuinely helps us out. And also subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell so you get notified when we're next doing our thing. And comment down below your thoughts about this reading and what's going to happen and that kind of stuff, as well as suggestions for future readings. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.